Have you ever had a rash or a breakout that just won't go away no matter what you do? Well, today we're diving into a fascinating idea. What if your skin is actually trying to tell you something really important about what's going on inside?
Hello, and welcome. This is an explainer that summarizes the work of intuitive counselor Michio from her amazing YouTube video called Skin Diseases, which came out on February 7th, 2021. We're going to break down her core ideas about this powerful link between our emotions and our skin.
So let's just get right to it. Do you have one of those skin issues that just seems to hang on forever? You've tried everything, right? Well, intuitive counselor Michio suggests that maybe, just maybe, we've all been looking in the wrong place. The cause might not be on your skin, but actually deep within your heart. And this brings us to our really foundational concept. She wants us to start thinking about our skin not just as a barrier, but as our second mind. Okay, so what in the world does that mean, second mind? Well, think of it like this. Your skin is like a canvas, and all those feelings we don't quite process, the ones we kind of push down and ignore, they have to go somewhere. And her whole point is that they often surface, literally right on our skin.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. The location of the skin problem changes its meaning entirely. Intuitive counselor Michio makes a clear distinction here. If it's on a visible area, like your face or your hands, it's an unconscious message to the world, a cry for help. But if it's on a hidden area, like your back or stomach, that message is for you and you alone.
So, if our skin is sending out these messages, how do we learn to speak its language? Let's dive in and start to decode what some of these specific symptoms are actually trying to say. First up, let's talk about things like inflammation, acne, boils, anything that's red, hot, and looks kind of angry. Well, in this framework, that's because the emotion behind it is anger. It's all that rage that's been pushed down or ignored, and now it is literally erupting on the surface, demanding to be seen. And what about itchiness? You know, that unbearable sensation from eczema or a rash that you just have to scratch? Intuitive counselor Michio connects this directly to self-attack or shame. It's as if you're physically punishing yourself on the outside for something you feel guilty or critical about on the inside. Now, to really make this all click, intuitive counselor Michio shares a really powerful personal story. And this is where you can see just how these principles work in a real-life situation. Her story starts when she was in her 30s. She'd never really had skin problems before, and then suddenly, this severe, painful acne just erupted all over her back. So let's just walk through what happened. For years, she had clear skin, then bam, this severe acne appears. She did what any of us would do, went to a doctor. They said it was probably stress and hormones and gave her steroids, but nothing worked. The real turning point, the huge epiphany, was when she stopped looking outside for a physical cause and started looking inside for an emotional one. And you know what? After that realization, it just healed itself. This is the absolute core of her story. She had this profound moment where she realized, this isn't acne, this is anger. It was anger she'd been holding on to since childhood, directed at her father. She thought she was over it, but she'd really just buried it. The moment she truly acknowledged that feeling, the healing began. But why the back specifically? Well, it all connects. First, remember, the back is a hidden area, so that message was just for her. Second, it was right behind her heart chakra, the energy center for love and relationships. It was a perfect symbol for all those emotions she had literally pushed behind her. It was a physical metaphor for her inner state. Okay, so understanding the why behind all this is a huge first step, but what do we actually do about it? Let's get into Michio's very practical 4-step path to start the healing process.
All right, here's the path. Step 1, acknowledge the emotion. Just ask yourself, without any judgment, is this anger? Could this be shame? Step 2, stop blaming your skin. It's not the enemy, it's just the messenger trying to help you. 3, when you apply creams or lotions, do it with kindness and love, not with frustration. And finally, step 4, heal from both sides. You have to nurture your inner emotional world and your outer skin at the same time.
And this part is absolutely crucial. If you're treating your skin with anger, you're basically pouring gasoline on the emotional fire that's causing the problem. It's a cycle. The only way to break it is with gentleness and kindness, to yourself and to your skin. So, let's just do a quick recap. The big idea is that your skin is your second mind. Inflammation is often a sign of anger. Itchiness can point to shame or self-attack. And true, lasting healing isn't just about what you put on your skin. It's about acknowledging the root emotion and treating yourself with real compassion. If any of this is resonating with you and you want to learn more, I highly recommend watching the original video from intuitive counselor Michiyo. It's titled Skin Diseases, and you can find it on her YouTube channel, Synchronicity Infinite Channel. There's so much more detail in the full video, so just be sure to use the translation function to watch it. And that brings us to the end. So we want to leave you with one final question to think about. If your skin really is a messenger, what is it trying to tell you right now?